Hey everyone, and welcome for a new video. Artisan here, and today's we are going to discuss about the new island sanctuary that got released in the 6.2 release. I didn't spend a lot of time on that before. I just started yesterday. I'm rank 6 right now, so I'm not maxed, but I think I spent enough time, I think a good 5 to 6 hours to get all the tweaks and tips that will help someone to start with the island sanctuary. So I will be creating follow-up video in the coming few days when I will be maxed rank and to see if anything changed. So maybe some updates will arrive in the next video, but I feel that the basic for you to start will be in this video. So I will be decomposing the video in different parts. We are going to discuss about the gardening, the pets that you are going to capture and to put on your area for the animals and why you should do that and the purpose of it. We are also going to discuss about the building upgrades that are not that straightforward, because you will see when you start the island sanctuary, you have a guide. They will highlight you where the items are, where you can get them, what you need to upgrade next, and all this kind of stuff. But when you finish the guide, where they will just create you like 2 or 3 buildings, then you need to do it by yourself, and some of the stuff are not that straightforward. So I will show you like how to update and see when you need to update your buildings, how to get the materials. We are also going to discuss about gathering, so gathering rotations, how to get the most of your time when you are trying to get items, and also the fact that gathering in this mode is really predictive. So the nodes are going to pop back at the exact same locations, and I will show you how you can get that easily, and you can really understand how it's working easily. And also we are going to add some additional tips at the end of the video that are not really there to make you progress faster in this mode, but they are not really part of this different artifact that you can see on the left side. So let's start right now with the gardening. The gardening is pretty easy. You have 3 different modes that you'll have to be using: the water, the sow, and the gathering. The main one will be sow and water when you are seeding your garden and when you are watering your garden. What's interesting is that you will start with only 1 slot, the slot that you can see right here. And after, I think, level 3 or 4, you will be able to get, I think it's level 4, you will be able to get the second part of the garden. What you will be able to check is to discuss with the NPC, and the NPC will be able to tell you the level of water that the seeds have. So here, for example, it's a little bit low, then I will be able to water them. But this one are already good, so you don't need to do anything. And it also show you the growth of the garden. So what's important here is that when you come back, sometimes it will ask you if you want to upgrade your garden like any other building. It will not be prompted on your screen really easily. So just go look when you level up to see if they propose you something, and you will be able to get that. So for this one, I see that the water is required. So you just go there and you can water them. And that's kind of it for the gardening. Main advantage of the gardening is that it will give you some items that you'll be able to use to create food for your animals, to feed them a little bit better than the apples. So yeah, the produce here are really important to grow. Let's go to the next one. Let's talk animal now. So here is my Caretaker part. I have 1 expansion. It was much smaller than that when I started after the guide, the initial guide of the island sanctuary. What you will see is my different animals. They are kind of like sparkling a little bit everywhere. So for the animals, you will be able to use the feeding here, the pets, the beacon, and the gather. So it's what we are going to use right now. It's a bit weird to use gather for the animals, and I was kind of lost at start. But when you will go to them, you can gather, and it will give you items. So here it gave me a basket of sanctuary fleece plus some experience, because you are going to get items from them when they are happy, well fed, etc., etc. really important to come back when they are ready to give you items and to gather them. After that, I will go check quickly the NPC, but to see if they want to have some food. But you also don't need to have the NPC, and I will show you why. If you just click on all of them, I will just finish these rotations. If you switch to feed, so I will switch to feed, you need to use an item, so select an item, and you will see that all the animals are still like displayed, so the name are displayed, and when you feed them, the name is removed. So you don't really need to go to the NPC to see if your pets are well fed, because if you switch to the feed mode with the items, you will be able to see that they need food because their name is here. So it's a pretty faster tip to be able to get to feed them all directly. And the last one that I will do is I will just pet them a little bit when they will be fed, and I will continue to the next area. So we can go to the next area now. Concerning the building upgrade, so you will be able to see them directly on the Manage Hideaway. So you can see it from everywhere when you're on the island, and you're able to see if some are complete or still in progress or stuff like that. So I don't have anything in progress because I just woke up and I went there to see what was completed because it was completed overnight. But you can see, for example, this one is complete. You can see at the bottom of the screen, constructions complete with the review. So it means that you need to go there to be able to really complete it, and you will have a quick animation that I will show you right now. If something need an upgrade, you will see that you don't really see it anywhere on the screen. So you have to click on review, and you will see that sometimes they are proposing you updates like this one, workshop 1 to workshop 2. So it's not something that it's like popping up into your screen like you saw in the guide when you started the Island Sanctuary. So have a look every time that you are leveling up or you are building something new. Try to check all the other buildings to make sure that you don't have any upgrades that need to be started. But yeah, for this example, you can see that I need an upgrade. I still need 7 island log that I'm going to get right now to be able to start the upgrade. But yeah, check all the building one by one, and you'll be able to see if you can upgrade something, because when you can upgrade, do upgrade them. It's like super important. You will get XP, you will go faster in the ranking. So do that as soon as you can. And when a building is completed, then you will be able to get this kind of animation saying, you see all the little mammoths jumping around, and it will say constructions complete, and you can move to the next one after that. Now let's discuss gathering. Just before we discuss gathering, let's quickly check the Tactful Taskmaster for the workshop. So this NPC will come when you have the first workshop. So right now I have 3 workshops on my island, but when you will start, you will only have 1. And what's important with this guy is that you will need to send him an missions to be able to create some handicrafts. And something that I didn't really understood at start, it's the different columns that you can see here, 1, 2, and 3. And the issue is that I was adding, so we can do a fresh one, not here but here. So here it will be in 2 days. It will be the day in 2 days. So you can already schedule. What your mammoths are going to do in the next few days. They can work only 5 days a week. So you see, Saturday and Sunday they are off. But what's no, it's not really Sunday, because here we are Wednesday and it says it's the day 2. So it's maybe not linked to the day of the week. So because I started yesterday, so it's probably linked to when I started the Island Sanctuary. So in 2 days I don't have anything here, so you will be able to click on plus and select the items that you want them to craft. So it will depend, of course, of the materials that you have as well. And what's important is that initially I was like adding a lot of stuff in these columns, but I didn't do anything on these 2 columns because I didn't really know what it was about. but these columns will get displayed and active when you are building your workshop. So when you start, the first time that you are going to speak with the NPC, you will see only one column. So when you build the second workshop, the second one, and the third one. And what's interesting is that more workshop you have, more activities you can set in the same time. So you see that my NPC are, my workshop are all working at the same time. They are doing the same thing for now because I need some other items to be able to move forward. But yeah, you can see that they are doing that. So yeah, you can just select. You also have the availability, the supply and demand. So you can see like right now the popularity of it and the predicted demand. So if you see like very high, then it could make sense that you are working on the fire sense like I did, because you will probably get a lot out of it. So yeah, that's kind of it. I just wanted to make sure that you understand the 3 columns because it was not that clear for me. So yeah, it was little tips of the video. So now we are going to do gathering. Gathering is super simple. It's really, you don't need to do anything. You're just farming and spending time there. So it's not that big of a deal. So I will be decomposing this part in 3 parts. The first one is the mode. So you will have to use the gather mode to be able to see these little nodes. If you are in a different mode, you will not see anything. So it's why if you are like going around and you don't see anything, then it's because you didn't enable the gather mode. It's the same for the catching. So if you want to catch animal, you will see that if you are going around, if you see animals, you will not see their name. If you don't, like for example, you see I have an animal here, an opopo, and I don't see his name. So if I want to see his name, I need to switch to capture, and you will be able to see their name. So you can start to catch them. And the good thing is that this one, I don't have him. So I will have to use this one. There we go. I didn't add the lemur, so it's a good thing. So let's go back to gathering. So for gathering, 3 main concepts. The first one is where you can find the material. So you will see right now a big screenshot that I made with the different locations of the most important items and that you will see that you will need. Potentially some of the items will not be available for you when you are going to watch the video. It's really depending of your rank and the toolings that you have available. So more that you are evolving in the ranking, more tools you will be able to get. So for example, you will start with the hatchet, you will continue with the hammer, you will get the shovel, the copper sights, and that's kind of it. So every one of them is going to enable new material that you can gather, and they come with the ranking. So if you don't have them now, it means that you need to level up a little bit more, and you will be able to get the recipe for the crafting as soon as you rank up. So when you have all these items, you will be able to see and to get new material. So when you want to gather, you go to mod gather, and what's really important here is that when you know which item you want, you can go to the different area that I just mentioned on my screenshots, and you can start the rotations. What's really important is that the items that you see on the screen right now, they are going to come back with the, like when you eat a specific amount of items, I think it's around 10, but we'll see together now, they will come back at the exact same position. So if you are looking for a really specific item, it's better to stay on one of the zones that I displayed on my screen just before, to make sure that you are just gathering all the other items that are around the zone, and the item that you are looking for are going to repop exactly at the same place. So it's really like predictive, and you can get the items. So you see that I got this little limestone and stone right here. So now I will do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sorry, it's a little bit long, but 8, and I'm pretty sure that it's 10 then. So 9, You can also use your, here we are. Okay, and 10. And you see after 10, I got back the item that I was looking for. This one came back after 10. And if I take this one, the next one just next to it will come. And you can for rotations like that. So if you are really looking for a specific item in a big quantity, stay at the same spot, just gather all the rest, create the rotations for yourself, and you'll be able to get and to stay at the same location. So it will be much faster to be able to gather a lot more items and not to just walk around and try to see the item that you are looking for. Also, what's important here is that you will level up naturally if you are just waiting for the building to upgrade, or the gardening to be done, or the pets to give you some items. So naturally you will get to rank 10. But if you want to rush it, like a lot of people did when the Island Sanctuary was released, you can also just harvest items, because every time you harvest an item, you will get 10 XP. So it will take a long time, because right now to get to the level 7 I need 23,000, so it will be a lot of rotations to be able to get there. But a lot of YouTubers that are currently ranked 10 in few days, they did that. They went there. So the locations is right here, 22, 7, 26, and they use this spot because it's like super small spot. You have a lot of items that you can gather, and they just went round and round and round right here to be able to get their items and to their XP. So it's really up to you. If you want to really farm it really fast, you can do that, continue rotations, and you will be able to get your rank 10 faster than usual. I did all the stuff, so it's why I'm not ranked 10 yet, but I will probably get rank 10 today or tomorrow because I will be farming it a lot. So that's kind of it about gathering. I was trying to look quickly about the other things. I think the last thing that I would like to mention to you all, it's the challenge. So you have the challenge logs right here. If you go to other, at the bottom of other, you will have two challenge. So you have the collect 100 materials in your island sanctuary and ship 20 isle works handicrafts. So they will give you rewards, and they will give you the seafarers Korai, and it will come back every week. So it's really worth doing them. They are super easy to do, and they are natural to do when you are just farming in your island sanctuary. So yeah, don't forget about them, because they will give you a lot of nice reward. And I think that's kind of it for now. I will be creating follow-up video when I will be a little bit more advanced and progressed on the sanctuary, but I think you have all the tips now to be able to start the sanctuary, to be a little bit more productive, and to not miss anything that will not take you much more time to do. Just that you will probably not know when you finish the guide, because they are kind of hidden. And also, if you want some other tips, I really like their guide. They have like a full guide with everything that you need to know about the islands, and it's well made. So if I didn't cover anything here, you can like check, like for example, the trading. It could be interesting for you to quickly check the guide and get more information from there. And yeah, I hope you like the video, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.